and welcome to Tuesday's live stroll with me and Azra. How's everyone going this morning? Just bear with me, guys. I saw that in the corner of my eye and I thought I'd better stop mid-sentence before that becomes a problem. Right, so we'll try that again. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday's live stroll with myself and Azra. It is currently 5:38. We've just about got enough light to be doing the live, and it'll kind of get better now, so that's positive. Obviously, I think once it gets to a point where it's 6 o'clock, I might have to start thinking about these lives during the week, or maybe sort of doing shorter ones, I don't know. But for now, we can continue doing them. How is everyone this morning? What are the plans for today? Is it just a normal working day? Are you on holiday? Where are you watching from? Really interesting sort of week, as I said yesterday. Sort of been speaking to people from India, Australia, America this week. Find it quite fascinating. But yeah, weather this morning, it's all right. It's about 13, 14 degrees. Still shorts and a light jacket sort of weather. It's nothing more than that. The only reason I wear my beanie hat at the minute is because it's got the light on it. Should I need it to help with the live, but apart from that, it's absolutely fine. In regards to today, just a normal working day. Got to go for another blood test at the doctor's later on. So yeah, that's around lunchtime. But apart from that, all good, all normal, to be honest. It was the conclusion in the UK and of a lot of European countries of the transfer deadline day yesterday, which is in regards to football. As some of you may or may not know, I am a Liverpool supporter. Please don't turn off. And it was a pretty successful, I would say, transfer window. Obviously, the Mark Gahey business, I think, was a little bit late in the day, really. And I can sort of understand it from both points of view why that didn't happen. But obviously, Crystal Palace now will not get much for him at all in January, so he'll probably end up, he'll go for free in the summer. So maybe Liverpool will go back in for him then. Who knows? He might have his heart set on Liverpool as well. You just don't know, do you? So anyway, I'm reasonably happy. I was thinking about it once the transfer window sort of shut last night and the news came out that that deal had fallen through. And I was sort of looking through the Liverpool squad, and it is pretty strong. We probably could have done with one more decent central defender. But apart from that, I think it was pretty strong, the squad, to be honest with you. And obviously this Isaac deal went through and the pictures sort of come out quite late last night. And I said he would be the number 9, and he definitely is. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens there with Liverpool moving forward. I might watch a couple of Sweden's games now to have a look at him, because of course you've got the qualifiers on now as well. So anyway, enough of that. What's everyone else doing today? Let's get interactive. Helps the live stream flow. If you are new to the channel, do make sure you like and subscribe. It does really mean a lot to the channel. Hit the old bell button. Probably going to have a live over the weekend in Great Yarmouth. Now I'm not sure what time that's going to be, and it is very much weather dependent at the minute. But Sunday is looking okay there. So the plan will be, if that is the case, to leave home probably about between 6 and half 6, get up there, Takes about an hour and a half, couple of hours. The problem up there at the minute is, and I don't know if it's still the case, is there's roadworks pretty much all the way from the McDonald's at Acay all the way to Yarmouth, and they're 40 mile an hour instead of 70 mile an hour road, and it's just horrendous. It really is. So yeah, you do have to allow a little bit extra time at the minute. If you are interested, that's where the sun will be coming up from. Looking quite lovely over there at the minute. But we are heading towards the fields. We'll get some better pictures of that in due course. Come on, Azra. If anyone is new to the channel, just give you a quick little history on the lovely Azra. She is a rescue dog from North Macedonia. We got her on a pet rescue scheme coming up 4 years ago in October now, and she had been found in a cardboard box at the side of a road, pretty bad way, so they obviously had to bring her back up to full health, do whatever they needed to do. They did all the paperwork, pet passport, all that sort of stuff. And as I say, we got her in October 4 years ago. She is 4.5, or will be 4.5 at the end of October. And we already had a rescue dog, little Chihuahua, already, and yeah, he is a lot older. He's 10 going on 11, I think, this year, and he looks quite old now, bless him. He can sometimes come out for the shorter walks, but he couldn't come out for the longer walks that we do. End up having to pick him up. So yeah, it's sad really when they start getting older. On Sunday I was walking. I was actually getting towards the end of the stroll, and I saw an old chap that we've seen every year since we've lived in Melbourne, walking his dog. And we've been here now, what are we now? We're coming up 11.5 years. And we've seen him every day, and I mean this apart from when we've been away, every day walking his dog. Anyway, I saw him walking by himself on Sunday, and I think you know what I'm going to say. I said to him, you know, how's it going and all stuff, and I said, where's the dog? You're giving him a morning off sort of thing. And he said, no, he had to have it put down, and that was really sad. It was 13.5, this dog. And yeah, real shame. I mean, unfortunately, as I said at the time, right, Azra's just going to the loo, guys, so you're going to be looking up at the sky, and we'll carry on that conversation just half a sec. Just bear with. Azra, just wait. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, as I was saying, it's really sad when obviously your animal has to be sort of put to sleep, or, you know, whatever medication and stuff like that. I mean, it's the same as humans, isn't it, from the point of view of getting old. Obviously the difference is, you know, you can look... Azra, come on. You can look after your animals perhaps a bit better when it gets to that point where they can be put to sleep. I cannot believe she's going to the toilet again in the space of literally not even probably 50 metres. Just bear with, guys. Right, sorry about that. We will try that again. So yeah, I mean, I've been through it with animals. I'm sure a lot of people would have been through it with animals. Just a very quick shot of the old sunrise coming up over there. The camera is actually showing that a lot better than it really is. But yeah, it's really sad, and you could see he was clearly very sad about it. It happened sort of 10 days prior, so that's obviously when we were on the cruise. You know, and for him, I mean, he's quite an old chap, I would say, mid-80s, so it's obviously his companion as well. And yeah, just really, really sad. He said he wasn't going to get another dog, which I understand. I just sort of said to him, you can get these sort of rescue dogs that are sort of a bit older, that, you know, maybe a human companion has died. But he sort of said, no, that's it now. He's still going to get out and walk. He still wants to get out and socialise and everything else and keep fit. Well, good luck to him. I mean, as I say, he's definitely in his 80s. So if I'm that healthy at that age, I'd be doing well. Come on, Azra. But yeah, it's a shame when you hear that sort of thing happening. So anyway, I promised you yesterday, if you were with me, I would show you where James is going to be playing football this season. And just the other side of this hedge in front is exactly where that's going to be happening, so I will show you that. And there's a few benches around the outside of the pitch now. I'm sort of hoping, and I'll probably be shot down, I'm sort of hoping it's always been sort of the parents in the middle and coaches on the left hand side. Now, knowing our coach, he'll probably reverse that because he always likes to go against the grain. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I think on the nicer days I'm going to start bringing my chair anyway. It's far more chilled. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute about the benches. Here we go. You can see the old sun there. You remember, guys, before we went on the cruise, so probably a bit earlier than this, the sun would be up. It's now not even showing itself over the top of the trees. That's how much it's changed in the last month. Quite incredible. Right, so this is what I'm saying. This is the pitch here. You can see one goal there, the other goal down the far end there. Hopefully that's coming out. And then you've got 1, 2, 3 benches there and a little seating area in there as well. Now, what traditionally has been the case is this has been the side where the coaches have been and the parents have been in the middle. I think what he'll do, he'll reverse it and he'll get the parents on this side and the coaches in the middle. I think that's what will happen. We'll wait and see that. What are you doing, Azra? Anyway, whatever. It's nice to have a few seats around the side of the pitch. So we will wait and see. He's got his first friendly tomorrow, Wednesday, yeah. Probably on this very pitch. That's a bit of a worry, that hole there. It's like a crater. Maybe if that's coming out on the camera, guys. Oh, it's off the pitch anyway, that's good. Azra? Yeah, it's off the pitch anyway, so it's not too bad. Right, we'll just make our way to the doggy bin. Right. So if you've been with me before, you'll know that we're moving into the wooded area now, so it may be a bit dark. I'll try and turn my... Well, I won't try, I will turn my torch on. Got some comments coming through. Hi to Saka. It is quite small, the text, but I think it says Saka, so hi to you. Do make sure you are liking and subscribing to the channel. It does really mean a lot. Right, I've turned the torch on. I don't think it will really kick in until we're actually in there, to be honest. There are other walks I can do that sort of keep lit up better, sort of when it really gets fully dark, so I'm going to start looking into that as well. But this is a far nicer sort of circular walk for us to do. Thank you for the like, do appreciate that. Hi to Ethan. do make sure we are liking and subscribing. As I say, it does really mean a lot to the channel. As I've always said, my example is, if you help the small businesses, small YouTube channels, they grow into big businesses, big YouTube channels. Just like, if you like, your Tesco's and your Sainsbury's have been once. They were small once, and look at them now. And that's sort of how I would sort of look at not just my channel, but other people's sort of channel. You know, as long as they are trying and putting content out there, you know, people have really enjoyed the live streams I've been doing with her, and especially the cruise. The cruise was just quite incredible. The amount of subscribers we got off the back of that, it was quite incredible. So yeah, it did give me the positivity to sort of keep working at it. So we've got a long way to go. Want to get sort of ever closer to the first sort of little milestone for YouTube, which is 500 subscribers. I think we're about 30 odd away now from that. So if you can like and subscribe, that really will help. I'll never make money out of my channel. It's just a hobby for me. And, you know, you never say never with these things. But from my point of view, you know, I just do this because I enjoy doing it. And should anything happen in the future from that point of view, then so be it. Good luck. You know, we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get to it. But so at the moment, let's get to 500 subscribers and let's see what happens from there. Morning Shane as well. Nice to have the old interaction. As I said earlier, it does help the old stroll flow. You know, people probably get bored of hearing my voice droning on. And after a point, you do run out of things to say as well, which is obviously part of the course. There's only so much you can talk about, isn't there? So, right, so when we get to the end of this little path, we will come out into a nice opening where we've got Julia's allotment on the left, and then the horses as well. Julia's horsey friends, Azra's horsey friends. So I'll show you those, and then we'll see where we are viewing wise, and then obviously sort of make a decision from there. So it's been quite a decent morning for numbers. Thanks for the like there, do appreciate it. I don't know if you were with me yesterday, guys, but we were a little bit later than this. A little bit earlier than this. And it was basically dark through here. And this is sort of what I'm having to sort of deal with in the morning at the minute. Sort of make a decision as to whether I just leave home a little bit later. And to be fair, I'm quite lucky in the morning with the flexibility I've got. It's just, I don't want to sort of be leaving much later than what I leave, because obviously then it starts sort of cutting into the time I've got home to sort of do stuff when I get back. And what I've started doing now is sort of doing some jobs before I come out. I get Azra looking at me very sadly, as if to say, well, are we going out or not? And then obviously she gets very excited when she sees me pick up the lead and the dog bags. But it is always sort of that bit later. I mean, I think this morning it was around about 5:30 when we left, and it will probably get later. And as I've said, I think once it gets nearer to 6, I just think then I need to start obviously thinking, do I just not do the lives other than the weekend, or do I sort of try and find a maybe slightly different route which has got a bit better lighting? The better lighting would be the option, because I do enjoy doing these. But it just sort of depends on the route, the light, and what have you. So yeah, we will obviously continue for now with the same route we are doing, just a little bit later. But yeah, as I say, once it gets to a certain point, I need to make a decision as to what I'm going to do. Just hit a mile walk this morning, 22 minutes. on the clock. I think that's about average, about 22 minutes, Whenever I look, it's always about that sort of time. Or whenever I remember to look, when it vibrates on my wrist. So there's your sunrise coming up over there. Still can't see the sun, but it is there. And that is far better than what has been actually shown by my naked eye. So enjoy, guys. Is that Hitzy said hi? I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. This phone is not great. The writing is quite small. Maybe I should make the writing bigger. So apologies if I've got that wrong. But good morning to you. As I said before, guys, please do make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell button. The channel has really been making big gains over the last sort of 2 to 3 months. Certainly since we started doing these lives. Come on, Azra. And I mean, most people tune in to see her, not me. As I said before, if you get bored of my voice, just put me on mute so you can watch her. So on the left-hand side here, behind this bush, is the local allotments. That's where Julia's allotment is. Showed it to you before. I'm not going to go in. But yeah, here's the local allotments. Lovely sunrise still coming up there over the back. And just where that white bag is Julia's little plot there. Goes all the way up the back there. She enjoys it. It's coming to that time of year now where I think it will start slowing down, sort of the allotment, quite possibly. I don't know exactly when. I mean, usually sort of end of October, November, I think is the time. So we're coming up in a minute to Azra's horsey friends. We've got a decent amount of people watching at the minute, so we'll keep going for a little while anyway. If you've been with me sort of before, you'll know that I was a bit concerned that one of the horses had either been stolen or unfortunately it had to be put down. But I did see it at the weekend for the first time since we've been back from the cruise, which is sort of over 2.5 weeks now, like 2 weeks at that point. So I was pleased I saw it. We'll see if we can see it this morning. They're right over the back, which is the problem at the minute, which is why Azra's not too bothered at the minute. So I can see this, the small one of the bigger ones, but I can't see the other one. I don't know where it hides. Because it's sort of a darker colour, it might be right. Oh, I can see it, yeah. It's just right over the back there, in between the two that you can see. It is over there. It's got sort of a side on, as it were, but it is over there. So yeah, that's good. Come on, Azra. A lot of the time they are a lot closer to the fence, but they have to move them around so they don't churn up the field. When they're over the back, Azra's not really interested because you can't see them anyway, which is a shame. Okay, so again, if you've not been with me before, this road will lead us down to the sort of high street where we crossed earlier on, a bit further towards where I am, home. We may keep going to then, don't know. It is bin day in the village today, on Tuesday. It's obviously green and blue bin day today, garden waste and recyclables. And I know people have to put them in the pavements, but it's not to be done by me. I can walk in the road, but it's just people with prams and stuff like that I think it affects. Just me having a little moan in it, really. Just saying. Right, guys. Nice little new park here on the right-hand side. Recently finished, I think, last year maybe. Can't really remember now, to be honest with you, but it's recent. And then coming up on the left-hand side after this next row of houses, see, this is better. I know the pavement might be a little bit more narrow, but they had driveways, so they could have put them in the drives. But at least this gives people room to get by. I'll show you where James used to play football. And usually there's loads of rabbits around there as well, which Azra gets herself all into 2 and 8 about. We have got reasonable numbers watching this morning, so thank you very much all of you for tuning in. Do make sure you're hitting the like, subscribe and bell button, and then you'll know when we're on. As I said earlier, I will put a schedule up anyway, but we're planning on doing a live stroll in Great Yarmouth at the weekend, weather permitting, on Sunday. As I say, there will be a schedule go up for that nearer to the time once I know what the weather's going to be doing. So just look out for that if you are interested. Sort of old, I won't say old-fashioned, obviously they're sort of trying to modernise it all the time, but sort of one of the traditional seaside towns in the UK. Rabbits over there, she's not that bothered. But that is where James used to play football, on that sort of intermediate pitch in there. Alright guys, I hope you have a good day today. Thanks for sticking with me. We are playing around with timings all the time, so just keep an eye out for when you see me go live moving forwards, and we'll go from there. Have a great day guys. Cheers.